decisions, and he's playing the point guard position.
He's going to have the ball in his hands.
He does it all on offensive end.
It's such an unusual transition.
Hey there guys, what's going on, and welcome back to our channel. The world has seen many unusual events, mostly setbacks due to the outbreak of COVID-19. However, what no one saw coming was the delay in the many things we were looking forward to, such as the hold on sports. While everything around the world stopped, thankfully, the earnings of NBA stars have not. Surprisingly, the players were able to make quite a significant amount owing to the heavy endorsement contracts that they have. Here's a list of the top 10 highest paid NBA players of 2021. Number 10, Damian Lillard. A much valued player of the Portland Trail Blazers, Lillard earned a total of $39 million. Even in such an unusual period, while nothing is certain, it's safe to say Lillard not disappointing his fans sure is. Most of his earnings come from his salary, which is around $25 million, while the rest is owed to endorsement for various well-known companies and a more recent partnership with Gatorade's Bolt 21 product line. What is even more impressive, possibly, is the launch of the annual internship program made by the All-NBA guard for about 6 disadvantaged students at high schools in cities like New York and Los Angeles, etc.
4 years, $196 million. Lillard still has another year left on his contract with the other 2 years.
Number 9, Chris Paul. On number 9, we have Chris Paul, or more famously known as Point God, and rightfully so, might I add. In the last year of his contract with the Phoenix Suns, Paul will be earning, in terms of salary, approximately $33.1 million, along with his endorsements of about $7 million. Chris has earned himself $40.1 million this season. We can surely see him go places with the career he has had and the fans that he has been able to woo. Additionally, with a contract of around $44.2 million waiting for him, Paul surely will be able to score the position he mostly deserves.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Number 8, Kyrie Irving. No one on the list yet has had many fines to their name as Kyrie and yet be able to make it to the list of the most paid players. It is truly legendary. Another player of the Brooklyn Nets, along with getting fined for violating COVID-19 guidelines, Kyrie almost had himself get a $900,000 infringement for missing out on the games. However, with various endorsements that add up to $17 million and a salary of $26 million, it is no surprise he made it to the list with his overall earnings of $43 million after all.
Gets him one-on-one, laws him to sleep, forces a late contest.
Number 7, Klay Thompson. Another player from the Golden State Warriors to have made it to the list, Klay Thompson, even with one of his most serious injuries, has succeeded in making some high earnings of about $43.3 million. Thompson has recently joined names like Alex Morgan and Paul Rodriguez, etc., to have launched Just Live, a CBD brand. Furthermore, Klay's various endorsement deals with big names such as Kaiser Permanente and Mercedes-Benz, etc., all add up to a total of $15 million, adding his salary of $28.8 million has brought him to the 7th on the list of highest paid players. Number 6, Giannis Antetokounmpo. To an NBA fan, Giannis' name on this list will not be a big shock. It's not every day that a player as young as Antetokounmpo signs a contract for $228 million for 5 years, but the Greek Freak is here to not only leave a mark, but also make an impact. With a salary of $22 million and additional earnings through endorsements of $27 million, playing for the Milwaukee Bucks and being a former 2-time MVP, Giannis is only expected to see growth in his career given his young age and his immense talent. What's even more interesting is the NBA star has reportedly signed a movie about his journey from Greek to NBA, which may be released in 2022.
He has agreed and announced on Twitter that he will sign a 5-year, $228 million Supermax extension.
Number 5, James Harden. James Harden, known as the Beard, lets his game do all the talking when it comes down to it. On number 5 of the highest paid NBA players list and a total earning of $50 million, James has earned this position by putting in a lot of effort and proving himself at every step of the way. Apart from his $33 million salary, which was signed when he agreed to join the Rockets for $228 million, Harden makes the rest of his earnings like the other players on the list through endorsements. In December, Harden made an announcement that he joined as an investor as well as the creative director of Pura, a fragrance brand. Additionally, other endorsements of Harden include Stance and Artist Sport, etc.
He spun him around like a DJ on a turntable. Wow.
Number 4, Russell Westbrook. Moving from one team to the next, Westbrook seems to have settled for the Washington Wizards for now. One would assume that switching teams as frequently as Westbrook has may affect one's earnings, but that is simply not the case for this former MVP. Westbrook's Nike endorsement of $25 million makes up most of the $58.1 million of his earnings.
Years and more than $132 million left on his contract.
Number 3, Kevin Durant. Former MVP player of the Brooklyn Nets comes in third place in this list with his earnings of $65.2 million. With a salary of $31.2 million, Durant turned his $1 million to $15 million when he invested in a startup company in 2016. Fast forward to until recently when Uber bought food delivery service Postmates for $2+ billion, the above-mentioned startup. Other than this, Durant has several other endorsements that add up to $34 million.
Right now, Tyson's hurting the Boston Celtics by not going strong in the paint.
Number 2, Steph Curry. Having signed a $201 million contract for over 4 years with the Golden State Warriors, it's no shock that Steph is a close second to the king himself. Steph also happens to be the only NBA player with more than $40 million, which is well-deserved given the Warriors winning the NBA title for the second time in 3 seasons, all thanks to Curry's leadership. One of the biggest achievements for Curry may be the launch of the Under Armour-backed Curry brand that has a range of footwear, apparel to numerous accessories for different sports to offer. This deal has a worth of around $20 million and is expected to only witness a rise going forward.
Steph Curry, remember, was on a 4-year, $44 million deal. Bargain. The most underpaid athlete in all professional sports.
Number 1, LeBron James. If you're a fan of basketball, it won't come as a surprise to you to see the king with the highest earnings this season. Playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James made a total of $95.4 million. It seems as if the pandemic may have succeeded in bringing the world to an abrupt stop, but it surely didn't stop the king. Most of the earnings, namely $64 million, were made through endorsements. The biggest change seen by LeBron fans was his move from Coca-Cola to PepsiCo. Other notable endorsements were for Nike, AT&T, etc. Additionally, this earning is one of the highest ones, not just in the NBA, but in all of American sports.
Don't tell me why.
So do give us your thoughts about all these highest paid earnings in the comments section down below. And if you like the content that we put out in this video and wish to see more of it going forward, then all you have to do is the usual liking, sharing, and subscribing. And with that, I'll be seeing you guys later in another video. Bye now.